I wanted to talk about one of my favorite quotes and how I see it, and a very strong message about the path that is before us. And humanity is now in the process of awakening to it. And through our awakening, we may be able to walk upon a more beautiful path for us in the future. Galadriel says, written by Tolkien in The Fellowship of the Ring, "Maybe the paths that you each shall tread are already laid before your feet, though you do not see them." I would say that this to me connects deeply to the way that the environment is responding to our very actions. Maybe not individually, if we ourselves know deep in our hearts that we have always been in tune and connected to nature, and we have not sought out to pollute it ourselves, but we share this world with other souls that are both reflections of unaware and asleep states of consciousness. And so it is those that have awakened and have become aware that have become what we call the environmentalists. Those that have found this deeper connection to nature, once again, understanding that they are connected to it. It is our life support, our very lungs that we breathe. So even though I have been a mystic and understanding that we are all one, and that everything is manifested and created through us, as the universe expressing itself through us, there is still consequences of our choices in terms of what our choose our own adventure becomes. In the idea that when we make certain choices, we then have certain experiences that reflect what those choices were. It's all a learning journey and experience, but I do believe that humanity has more left in them than to destroy themselves by ignorance or unaware states in the way that they treat the environment. And may it help you remember something within, maybe inspire you to create your own message and to help awaken others about this. Because it is a very strong message in me that has been pounding in my head since I saw how humans pollute, unaware of their own planet as a little girl. I've always resonated with the elves because I have felt so deeply connected and hurt by seeing what is being done to the earth and the environment. I believe that there is a past experience of souls on other planets not caring for the environment and destroying themselves in the process of being unawakened and unaware. So perhaps in this world we are here to awaken into a new timeline and to wake up to see what we are doing in this quest for more of the modern conveniences of the industrial age. We can have a futuristic world of advanced technologies and advancements, but we must always ensure that they are eco-sustainable and eco-friendly, and they coexist harmoniously with nature, or we will suffer the consequences that perhaps we once suffered on other planets. And so this, I do have to say, that there has grown on this earth to be too much consumerism, hoarding and throwing away what could be recycled and reused, left the landfills filling the land for centuries. Garbage sitting there that will not be biodegradable for 500 years or more. The industrial age of smog and smoke and fire burning has polluted our cities and skies. This is coming from man-made and created factories, forgetting themselves of what they do impacts the very environment that they live in. The waste that nature does not do. Nature never wastes anything, always reuses, recycles, and it becomes something new as energy. But humans, in an unaware state, they produce waste, and it just sits there, and it is never recycled, never reused. The waste that nature does not do is killing humans right now, producing too much of it. Our environmental care and preservation is connected to our own souls too. So if a species continues to sleep, unaware of their actions and effects upon a planet, that planet then responds back with terrible natural disasters and environmental plagues and viruses unforeseen that will take humanity's very breath away. The environmental problem will not go away without immense action globally now. This is not just political, but it is about spirit of being conscious or asleep. The problem with the environment is an unaware population and corporations damaging, polluting the environment, unaware or forgetful that it is truly connected to their very life support to breathe. They believe money and the present moment is most important, not thinking about the future that does exist simultaneously with our present choices. The leaders of nations must put effort into greener technologies, of all nations, globally, or simply reduce pollution created by unaware states of being. This is a world issue to solve, and it doesn't take much money in the reducing of consumerism in many different ways. The reusing of the things that you use, finding creative and innovative ways to do so. It is time to wake up to everything now in spirit. If humans do not awaken to realize their deeper connection to everything that they see in nature and around them, they will continue to kill off the very ecosystem that sustains them as a life support. Ye shall know ye are gods, as Jesus said, but you are not sustainable in the physical without a planet of nature to cradle and nurture you in the womb of life. This is the voice of Mother Nature that reaches through me to you. A path laid out that I am seeing now has always been in front of us. All we have to do is be aware that it is there, and we can change the direction and the course of the future with our choices that we make today. Everyone and the CEOs of corporations know this deep down inside. Profit is not worth the very air we breathe. We need the trees. They are part of us as our actual lungs. People just don't see it because a tree stands away from them. But we are all connected by roots unseen. And if you think there is no problem or humans have not impacted the planet, or that nature will just miraculously heal without our actions and conscious awareness, or that it is a hoax, I ask you to honestly walk outside into your street alley, garbage area, or visit your landfills or your destroyed forests, because a fully awakened species does not pollute and use up all finite resources of its own home as spirits wiser and eternal, as you are awakening to be. The oceans are becoming polluted. Our waste is going into the very water that we need to drink. It is time to not only awaken now, but to mature. This maturity will be reflected in a new care for the environment that we share together. A new earth is here. All we need to do is wake up to see it, heal it from the past of states of unawareness, and then rebuild upon it a new dream together. This is the path, perhaps, that is already there in front of us, as Galadriel said, and this is the path that we can walk together once we see it more clearly and are aware of it, aware of both perspectives and choices that looms ahead of us, whether we stay asleep and keep damaging and affecting the very air and the very water that we need, or we move forwards into a more healthy coexistence with nature that sustains our very life. It is all our choices, and individually we can always make the choice for ourselves, and in doing that we become the change that we wish to see. So keep on doing what you are doing, and keep bringing this awareness to other souls that just simply forgot their deeper connection to nature in this way. I know that Tolkien's quote can be used in other ways. Perhaps the path in your life has always been in front of you, and you just did not see it until now, until the moment that you realized and awakened to it. But I believe that somewhere we are connected. That connection is through nature and the ecosystem that we share as this larger world together. And so that is the common ground. That is the common pathway that we can all meet each other on, is more concern, awareness, and conscientious state of the environment and the world that we live in. May we walk forwards on a path of more illumination of our true selves, and that becomes reflected in a healthier environment around us.